What's up, guys? It's Will here, back again for another episode of Lights, Camera, Collect. It's me here with Dean the Dream and Josh, the man himself. Daddy Concepts, Comic Concepts, will be here. I told him it was 4:15 Central Time, Dean, which, again, that is the correct time for you guys, right? It's 5:15 for me, but for you, it's 4:15. Am I right? Is my calculation correct on that one? I'm pretty sure it is. And I'm pretty sure Dean is lagging at the moment. Dean is frozen in place. And, oh, wait. Now I can see you, Dean. You were drinking something, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on. We're off to a hell of a start. That's for sure. Wait, no, Dean. Wait, can you hear me, Dean? No, you cannot. Okay.
I can hear you. Am I?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, now you can. Okay, now you can. So you're good. You can hear me. Okay. Dude, it's like every time I start the show, it lags you. I'm not sure why that is. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It must be
The
melon.
second you hit live or end the show, it's a mess.
Yeah, right. I have no idea why exactly. It could just be melon. It could be this or that. But, dude, I mean, either way, happy to have you, Dean. It's going to be a great time. Daddy Concepts, Josh will be here, like I said. But, you know, look, guys, we got a little bit of news. We are going to be excited to go over that, you know, as much as we can in this live stream. And then, of course, we'll do some big picture stuff as we always tend to do. Dean, I got to be honest with you, bro. I have been absolutely on a Dorito kick lately. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure. Like, are Doritos trashy though? You know what I mean? Like, is it like low? Is it like low value food?
No, I don't think so.
Because like Doritos are so good, but they're just like so, I don't know. They're so available, and I feel like they have a bad reputation. It's kind of like eating a hot dog. You know what I mean? Doritos are like the hot dog of chips. I feel like.
Oh, dude, I love a good hot dog.
Dude, so do I too. Especially if you, like you said, go to a ball game or something like that. That's always a great.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely got to be in the mood for one,
dude.
Like, oh, it's hot dog season.
And when you get real desperate, you can just like roast a hot dog in the microwave, dude. Like, you could just be like, yeah, like I'm real fucking desperate at that point. I'm gonna throw one in the microwave and just, you know, heat up a bun, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, I mean, hot dogs are what, $1 a pack. Bar S hot dogs are like 88 cents, I think, for a pack of 6 or a pack of 8.
Yeah.
And then get a thing of buns for another, what, 99 cents, if that. You got, you know, a couple meals there. So
it's true, dude. That's true.
Yeah, hot dogs are a really good struggle meal, I think.
Yeah, dude, honestly, Dean, have you ever gotten real struggle city where like you'll take like a tortilla wrap because you have no other food, a tortilla wrap, and take like shredded cheese and just put it on there and throw it in the microwave and heat it up and just eat like a cheese wrap? Is that just me?
That's a quesadilla, my guy. That's...
But dude, but there's nothing in the quesadilla except for cheese. I mean, that's, you know, I guess
there's cheese quesadillas.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
but that's like real desperation.
Real desperation for me is like you just heat up a can of beans.
A bean, dude, that's crazy.
I'm destitute. Yeah, or like you just make toast.
Yeah, that's true. Xmas Supreme said, "What's wrong with microwaving hot dogs?" No, I mean nothing. They're good. They're good.
There's definitely nothing wrong with microwaving hot dogs.
Oh, and Josh is here. There he is. Hello, Josh.
Hey, there he goes.
Wait, no, you have no audio. This is why you show up on time, because then we could have checked your audio instead of you showing up 5 minutes.
This happened last time.
It did, actually. Josh is he's a fucker, dude. He's a fucker, but we love him to death. I love that statue behind him, by the way. That's really great.
But no, I don't think Doritos are low quality or trashy.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, they taste
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, we're good now.
So
yeah, there goes.
Totally my fault. I thought it was 5:30. So I actually, so technically in my mind, which is all that matters to me, I'm early.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
You're welcome.
You are early.
That's the exact mental gymnastics we love on this show. That's exactly
anything for some manipulation.
Exactly. I mean, we are talking about JND today, so we might as well get into that.
Please don't get me started.
We're going to get you started. Yeah, and we're going to see how this goes for the chat. But Josh, dude, I was asking Dean before you got here, are Doritos trashy? Are Doritos like a trashy chip?
I mean, do you mean trashy is like the content of them, or like the individual that eats a Dorito is trash?
Like, I guess I would say both, because I've been eating a lot of Doritos lately. I've been getting the Cool Ranch. I'm really
no matter what, Doritos are terrible for you, right? But I also can't talk because I literally have a gut. So but I don't have cancer.
That's true. That's good. That's a huge step in the right direction.
I freaking love Doritos. Someone's talking about my tank top. You know what? It's Courage the Cowardly Dog. Okay,
It's actually great. Mine is
it's
not.
a proper fit.
I look like an Under Armour advertisement, but that's fine.
Nah, Courage. Dude, Doritos are good, but they're not my chip of choice. I feel like they're like too high saturated fat per chip. Does that make sense?
Well, you are a medical professional. You would know better than anyone.
Well, it's just bad for you, period. If that's the route you want to take and you want to claim medical, then yeah, it's terrible for you. It's awful. Like I thought I was gonna talk as like a normal, casual individual, but if you want me to just whip out the medical,
dude, whip out the fucking what is the medical dictionary
it's awful
called
for you? I bet those lights behind you cause cancer too. Okay,
are you serious?
No,
I was about to say. I was about to say you got me all nervous now.
Jeez,
but
what's up, Dean?
Dean's here. Yeah,
Dean, your FPS is -5.
Yeah, Dean's FPS.
I know. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I
It's
think
catching up, dude.
It is catching up. I think it's all the porn. Like I was telling
Chris
him.
said, "Shut up and get to the figures."
Wait, who said that?
We are the figure. Everything else is a toy.
Chris said that.
That's a figure. That's a figure. I'm a premium figure.
There you go. See, Josh gets it. Josh gets it. I didn't even. Oh, shut up and get to the figures. Well, I will say, Chris, Doritos, dude. I'm gonna tell you.
Did you know it's a Dorito figure? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
No,
I didn't know that.
You're really bad at playing.
There's a Chester Cheeto figure.
Well, I would assume, Josh, you made me believe that there was one for a second because I believe you're an honest person. So.
I'm a salesman.
Yeah, exactly. People come here for the figures. Yeah, exactly, dude. I figured people just came here to hear us talk about Doritos and microwave hot dogs. I thought that was what they were.
I mean, your channel's name is Will Foxification. I thought this was an Animal Planet like branch channel.
I mean, that would be great, actually. Josh, is that Guts behind you?
Yeah, I finally got it.
Okay. Wait, is that Prime 1? What is that?
This is the Rage bonus edition deluxe.
Okay. Oh yeah, you told me about that one.
So I'll tell you guys a quick story about that. So
yes,
this was actually the beginning of our Prime 1 partnership. This statue has a story in my life. So Jesus Christ, put on a shirt, woman. That was nice.
Oh, nice. There you go. You're like a big orgy over there, dude.
So what happened was we had a ton of these on order, and I'm gonna try to avoid saying names to not, cause issues with different companies.
Yeah.
But long story short, we placed a massive order for this guy, and then only half of them showed up, and they just went, "Well, we forgot to place your second order," which was literally 50% of the allocation on a very high demand sold out statue that we sold. We pretty much raised the price by like $400 to $500 on the second batch. That's how like in demand it was. And what ended up happening was the distributor kind of said, "Get fucked."
Oh, wow.
Which sucks. And we ended up having to, we didn't cancel a single person. We ended up finding a brand new one for every single collector, whether it was through third party, through other retailers. We paid full price. We did everything we could not to cancel people. And in that process, I lost mine just to not cancel an order, which was pretty rough. It was very sad. And then, as you know, it's now worth like $3 goddamn grand, a $1,300 statue. Like the resale market is crazy on it. And I had a old customer reach out to me out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, I'm not really doing too well. Would you buy this back from me for like what I paid? It's open, but it's fine." And I'm like, "Done. Let's do it. Let's get it." And I literally, it was perfect. It was a perfect transaction. Amazing human being. I made a post about him. He's wonderful.
Oh, good.
But yeah, for sure. You should always like thank fellow collectors.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy to have it, dude. Like, it just like, it brings the story to a close. And that was the beginning of our partnership with Prime 1 after that falling out.
Wow.
That was the beginning of our direct partnership.
See, there was a happy ending. That
so
sounds
it all
great.
worked out. It just took a couple of years.
That sounds great. A nice happy ending for everyone involved. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's going to be even better when those Final Fantasy statues come in for Dean and I. So we're going to be super excited about that one. That's going to be fantastic. Dude, eventually. I will say, shout out to Chris in the chat. We're going to do exactly what he wants us to do because we're going to talk about figures today. We're going to talk about some cool shit. But if we had to talk about Doritos and hot dogs first, I mean, it was a central part of the show.
Hot dogs.
Exactly. Josh, Dean, dude, look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. There's not a ton of news out there, but the news that is out there, we are going to cover it. And the first thing that we need to cover is the T800 battle damage that was released by Hot Toys. And look, I mean, this thing looks absolutely phenomenal. I'll bring up a graphic that I just created. I found a final product comparison or final product photos between the 1.0 and the 2.0, and I just threw them here on a graphic to compare them. This is the closest resembling shots that I could find. I could find them that, you know, a headshot, relatively close up, relatively zoomed in, and then I just kind of match them up to that. But Dean, I got to ask you, bro, there's even a comment I replied to on Facebook. Someone was asking, like, is this going to be a lot better than the 1.0? And for me, the answer is yes. But for you, Dean, what do you feel? Did you see the photos? How do you feel about it? This thing was announced as released this morning. I think it's a big upgrade, but what are your thoughts on it?
Does the 2.0 have the exposed eye?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, this is just a head sculpt. Right. But it's the closest I could find in terms of like focal length and shit like that. But it does. No USB light up though, which is annoying. But
yeah,
there it is.
Okay, cool. I was like, man, not having the eyes like a big fucking.
Yeah, you get the two head sculpts. So you get this one and you get the one with the exposed eye. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, it's standing next to you, isn't it?
This is the 1.0. Yeah.
That's the 1.0.
Yeah.
And I think the 1.0 is fantastic.
It's amazing. It's one of the best Hot Toys ever made, and this is even better. Yeah.
I don't really know if you have the 1.0. I don't really know if you need the 2.0. But you know, for a lot of us, I wasn't collecting at the time, so I didn't get any of the Terminator stuff. So having them release it is really great. So yeah, I think it's a huge W. I like the likeness. I like the paint apps, the battle damagedness of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I think if you have the 1.0, I think you're fine. Unless you're worried about maybe the pleather or something and you wanted to, you know, re-up that, then yeah, go ahead, pick this up. But yeah, I think it looks fantastic. Yeah, just a W all around.
That's, dude, Dean, you know what? I'm going to take the opposite perspective here. I want to see what Josh says as a collector and a retailer on this one. But I'm going to hop in for Josh on this one. Look, you got real leather components this time. You got a better display base that has a different LED function I think is even cooler and larger than the first one. It's the railing, the graded floor from the final scene in Terminator 2 when he fights the T-1000. Real leather components. Again, I think you got updated paint applications, better likenesses. This is this is one of the best Hot Toys ever made here, honestly. But this one I think is that much better. I think I said in the comment, I think 25 to 30% better. That's what I think. I think the likeness is improved. I think it looks more like Arnold. It looks more realistic. It's real leather again. Paint applications are even better. I think this guy looks incredible. I'm so excited to get it in. I don't know, Josh, have you heard anything about it coming in? It's probably not coming to you anytime soon, right?
I'm just reading the chat about people talking about how they haven't gotten their stuff yet and they're acting like this is new. It's been like this for like 8 years, right?
Yeah,
I mean, this is the distribution of Hot Toys. That's kind of how life works. If you want it drop shipped, you can buy it illegally from someone and pray to God, just like Toys Wonderland, and you can try your best on that. But you know, things take time to come in. There are a lot of figures ahead of yours that have already released, and there are only so many container ships during a tariff crisis. So
yeah,
that still exists, by the way. So yes, this one is coming. I know Wolverine people were talking about is coming. I got multiple notices that they're already on the way. I think it actually will be here this week. Wolverine will be.
Deluxe version. Because I saw Sideshow
right now.
Sideshow has the standard version in stock, actually, which is crazy. But they started shipping some deluxe
versions here.
Okay, standard version's there.
Standard version's here for sure.
Okay, but the deluxe is because I got the deluxe with you, so I'm super excited about that Wolverine.
Well, yeah, but it's different stock in SKUs, right? So they probably ship the collector's edition first.
Yeah.
In this case, and they're weird too. Sometimes they'll release the special editions first or last, which is even weirder. Yep. Yeah, the collector's edition's already here.
Okay.
So,
but the deluxe might be on the way.
Yeah, I mean they're all on the way, right?
Yeah, but I mean like soon.
At all times. Everything's been on the way.
That's
Since
true.
2018, it's been on the way.
Yeah, right. But could the deluxe be coming in soon, Josh, in the next week or two, or are you not sure?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I genuinely believe it's an entirely different thing. I don't know if there was an issue with the deluxe or if there was an oversight. These things can happen and they're never going to be said out loud because that's life. It's not something that needs to be said.
Sure.
That probably comes off very selfish and entitled where people want updates. Of course, I'm a collector too. It does, but it's just the reality and nature of the game. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. As for the look of this figure, yeah, it's absolutely goated. It is by far, like, in my opinion, out of all the Terminator pieces we've seen, the T800 battle damage is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll be able to top it in another 6 to 8 years when they come out with the 3.0, but maybe it'll be motorized. But this is easily like one of the best they'll be releasing of the year too. My only concern would be like there's so much detail on it and like with paint application to where the skin meets like the metal, if you will. I wonder how that will last with time.
Sure.
Just because I don't really know what material it is and how like look at his left leg, for example. It's like how much can you pose that before it starts moving out of place or the paint start, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like how much stretch can it give before an unpainted area is exposed due to stretch? But otherwise it looks, and I guess no one's going to be putting him in the split, so it doesn't matter, or crouch. But to me, it looks absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Is it fleshy or is it just sculpted plastic?
I think it's just sculpted plastic. Yeah. It'll just be plastic because I have the original and it's pretty much probably the exact same thing or very close to it. But I'm not like putting him in super dynamic pose. You can see it just standing here right now. So, but I get what Josh is saying, but I think it'll just be plastic. I think it'll hold the test of time. Josh, it'll stand the test of time rather. Just this one is held up. This one's pleather. I don't have any peeling that I can see or any issues. So,
and then I do just like to I like to address people in the comments when they try to defend their overseas purchases.
Yeah,
just so you know, even if they are a partner to retail of Hot Toys, they're not actually allowed to sell directly to the US. They just don't do anything about it because it's gray market and all they care about is moving numbers and inventory. But when they do start carrying and the license becomes more strict, you're probably going to get rug pulled, just so you know. In the same way, Will, you and I have talked off stream about everyone can see what people ship and mark things as. Like, it's pretty crazy how public that information actually is. And there are situations where that occurs. And as for everyone not being in the US, you're absolutely right. However, Will is in the US, Dean's in the US, and I'm in the US. So we're talking technically about the US and US retailers.
Yeah. That's fair.
You know any UK retailers you'd like to tell us about?
Yeah, there could be UK retailers out there.
I'm sure there are, but we don't know them.
Yeah, right. I don't know them as well. The only one I know is the Australian one, Pop Culture, but they're not shipping to the US right now. So, yeah, because is the tariff shit, dude. It's the tariff stuff.
Yeah,
so
it sucks.
But I get it. Look, everyone, just be nice to each other. That's all I ask, and then we'll be totally fine. But hey, look. At the end of the day, this Terminator, I think, is, dude, it's fantastic. And I know, I got the T1000 coming from Josh. I know I made my payment on it. I think it's shipping or about to ship. So I'm super excited about that. T1000's coming in. I'm getting the standard version of this one too, the clean version. I just love Terminator too much to not have them. So, but this one I think is the iconic one in my eyes, just because it's so much cooler on the shelf than the clean version is going to be. This one has been one of my favorite figures for a really long time, and I'll be happy to get the upgraded version. Still, look, I think it's substantially better. I think it's markedly better. I think the first one is fantastic. Great figure for its time. If anyone wants this one, I am going to sell it, and I'll hook you up for a deal on it. If you can find a 1.0 and you want to save some money, great figure. Absolutely incredible on your shelf. But the 2.0, I think, is just that much better. So I'm going to be upgrading mine. But yeah, exactly. So I'm pretty excited about that. Anyway, guys, thank you for your thoughts on that one. Let's keep it moving. Look. I think we might as well just talk about this InArt thing real quick. Let's just go ahead and get that one discussed. I mean,
Get
look,
it out of the way.
So what happened, Josh? I don't know if you saw this. So here's what happened. This is a little bit of the tea, if you will. So as far as
my queen,
as far as I know, here's what happened, right? So InArt Collectibles they announced their Wonder Woman, which is licensed in, I believe, Australia and New Zealand. Those are the only 2 territories, right?
isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is. But here's why. So, as people know, Justin is one of my friends. So if you're gonna, maybe you'll think I'm biased on this one, but I think he does great reviews. I think he does a great job hiding the figures. He's been successful for a reason. So apparently, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but this video was pulled. There were people who shared a bunch of screenshots of the video on Reddit and Facebook and any Instagram, any social media platform you can think of. And people were talking about the comparison made between InArt and, of course, the WB100 Wonder Woman. And I guess InArt, my only assumption would be InArt wasn't thrilled with how the figure looked and the video. I don't know exactly what happened to it, but
is it on the left?
Yeah, InArt's the one on the left.
Bro.
Yes. Yeah, InArt's the one on the left, and Hot Toys is the one on the right. So I'm and this is some other screenshots from the video. And look, I still think this figure looks pretty good, but I got to admit, it's not InArt's finest. But to be fair, I have mine shipping here soon. Maybe I'll change my mind when it gets in hand. I don't think Legolas is either. I think Legolas is like pretty good. I think Legolas is about Aragorn final product territory, which is like a good figure. It's pretty good. I don't think it's like goated InArt though. But I got to ask you though, Dean, is it possible that this is going to be InArt's first miss? Or do you think they're really going to go back to the drawing board on Wonder Woman? Because there's a lot of, I guess, negative community feedback on this one compared to other InArt figures. And the rumor is they're not updating the head sculpt, but I find that hard to believe. What do you think?
I haven't really seen a whole lot of positive stuff about this figure. Everyone that I've talked to, we do the show a couple times a week.
Yeah,
here and then on Collecting Weekly, and so everyone I've talked to about this in the Patreon chat and stuff like that don't like it. They don't like the head sculpt. They don't like the hair. I think the only real positives people give it is like the body.
Yeah,
the seamless body. But yeah, it's not, I mean, especially compared to the WB Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Really, the only thing that I think the InArt does better is the hairline. I mean, it's almost just straight across her forehead on the Hot Toys, but she also just has a lot more, it's more voluminous hair on the Hot Toys. It looks better.
Right.
So I think maybe just fixing the hair, she looks like wet, I think, in the InArt.
Right.
The colors also just seem off to me. The Hot Toys one, like when I think of Wonder Woman, like that's the colors I think of. And maybe I'm wrong. I got you guys let me know, but
I'm literally looking at comparisons right now. It's kind of wild.
What, of the InArt versus
no, just Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman versus this.
Yeah, because this is the BVS version. So you might want to look up that one specifically.
Oh, BVS. Okay.
It's BVS. I don't know about the WB100 if it was a different version other than BVS. I can't recall, but I'd have to look it up.
Yeah. And you always misremember things, right? Like, oh, that's what it looked like, and you go back and like, oh, actually, it didn't look like that at all.
Why is everyone saying, dude? Everyone thinks every sculpt looks like Michael Jackson. It's crazy.
No, this one really does, though.
Yeah, maybe.
I actually didn't mind the facial expression. It's kind of cheeky. It's fun. I think it looks like Gal Gadot. I just I don't know, the hair. I think it might just be the hair. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just not great. But yeah, I mean, they're both pretty good, honestly. Like, I think the WB Wonder Woman looks really good. Other than that hairline, it's pretty good. So I don't know. I feel like I don't know where I stand on this.
What do you think? What do you think? So Dean, you're conflicted. What do you think, Josh? Are you left?
I'm conflicted for sure.
Just for starters, first off, I'm just gonna flat out tell you, I didn't watch Wonder Woman. I wasn't really that interested in a lot of that. I didn't. I wasn't interested in a lot of the movies from DC coming out. I was more invested in Marvel at the time.
That's fair.
But I mean, from every photo in the world of Wonder Woman, she's not exactly wearing red lipstick. She wears more of a neutral tone. And I feel like looking at it, I think the shape is kind of there, but it just this is going to sound weird. To me, it looks like a very pale Gal Gadot threw on a lot of foundation and makeup. It doesn't look like, and Wonder Woman doesn't look like that. She's got a little going on, but she's supposed to have a more natural look. And this kind of looks like a pinup style face, like you're about to model on the runway. And the lips are way too red. The color is way too different in certain areas, like around the sides of the eyes here versus the actual cheeks. And why the fuck is the hair wet?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like, what's going on with that? It's just, and you know, as much as I want to hate, you know me, I love to hate on things, but you know, I think Gal Gadot has a very odd shape of face to work with. Not that she looks weird, she has a very difficult facial structure to actually sculpt.
Yeah.
Versus other actresses. It's not like other actresses. And I feel like they kind of have it. I think the makeup was just done poorly. And on top of that, the hair just doesn't help at all with it. And, you know, when this is supposed to be the most premium of premium figure, I feel like a quick Google search would have easily told you these colors don't work. And I think they knew what they were releasing. I hate to allow people to get away with that shit. They knew exactly what they were promoting and releasing. They knew exactly what the product looked like because they went through photo shoots and then they decided to send it to a reviewer. So that's not true. They were just hoping people would buy it no matter what because it's Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman.
Right.
So let's cut the shit right there. That's not what happened. There wasn't a mistake that happened. They thought they were going to pull one. That's the reality.
Right.
So,
and now they're getting negative.
Like that photo looks great. That photo looks great, but at the same time, her lips are way too red.
Yeah.
And this is heavily edited. You can see that. You're in photography, you know.
Yeah.
You can see that this is heavily edited. This is not a natural photo.
Right. Yeah. And I think overall in these photos, the likeness looks pretty strong.
It looks okay, but again, it's edited.
Yeah. Right.
You can see that it's shadowed and shaded digitally.
Yeah.
And that's why when we look at the actual figure, it looks like someone who's sickly that face planted a cake.
See the okay.
Mean way to say makeup.
Because here's what Josh, I think I agree with you in some ways. Like one thing I would say is like I do think the hair, and to be honest, I'm gonna be again, friend or not, I don't think Justin did anything wrong here. He's only presenting the figure as it exists. So I don't think there's any
say about it.
Well, I didn't get to watch it because it got taken down before I got to watch it.
Why would he have done anything wrong? He's a reviewer.
Right. Well, people are criticizing him for his lighting and this and that, and making it apparently look bad.
How can you criticize for light? A figure is supposed to look how it looks in hand.
Yeah, I think so too, and it should look good in most lighting situations, particularly a professional reviewer's lighting situation.
You can't just be like, "That's too much light." It's like, no, because he's got a Hot Toys right next to it.
Right, exactly. And that's my thing. Like that's what I would say. And again, I don't think the figure looks particularly strong in these photos though. I do think this looks worse than the prototype images. And I do have some concerns, but at the end of the day, I know Josh, Dean, you too. Like I think InArt generally does listen to feedback, but you are right though, Josh. There probably was, they try to, that's been my one complaint. I think sometimes
they pulled some shit, just like it's licensed in Australia, just like when they say it's only licensed for China, but then they're promoting on every English-speaking channel in the world. They know what they're doing.
Well, it's sometimes too, Josh. Like like with the Daenerys, for example, when they went out and showed that one at whatever convention it was, like you knew that was not up to par. Like
of
you
course.
knew, so like you don't need community feedback to tell you that. Like you know for a fact that one is not going to go over well. So, but they're hoping, like you said, sometimes they're just hoping like, okay, maybe people will like it and we'll just leave it, right? Hot Toys is the exact same thing. All these companies do it. And JND, which we'll talk about, is probably doing it with John Wick right now, which we'll see. But, I think InArt is going to fix this. They always do. I think they always improve on the feedback, and I think they make improvements to the figure. I think this Wonder Woman is going to come out very good. But right now, it's a little bit sus. Let's be honest about it. But I do think when it's all said and done, I think it's going to be very strong.
They're
So-
100% going to do it because their sales are on the line and their early reputation's on the line.
Right. It's
It'll
true.
say a lot if they don't do shit.
Yeah, it will.
They
And
have to.
Yeah, and I don't think they will because I think they know that this one's very important. This is a very important character to people. And again, you do have a direct comparison, kind of, with the Hot Toys WB100. It's different, but the armor is similar. The look is similar. It is a Wonder Woman, and these are the two best. So, I think they are going to improve it. I would be shocked if they do not. I assume there's probably going to be an announcement coming in the next couple months saying we are working on it and we're going to improve it. That's generally what InArt does. They're very reactive to feedback. So, but I thought this was an interesting situation. And I do, again, sometimes though, like, again, people always have their opinions about it, but generally different reviewers have different lighting setups. I think sometimes to say like, oh, Justin made the figure look bad, this person made the figure look good. I mean, it's someone's opinion. I get
that's
that,
bullshit. That's
but
cherry picking.
Yeah, I generally find that to be the case. But again, I don't want to discredit anyone's opinion either. If that's how they genuinely feel, they should speak that. But I think that, it's just I don't find that to be true myself. Let's say that. And Justin, I think, has done, very strong reviews, like it or not. But if you don't like it, I know Figure Hideout does excellent reviews too. His production quality is top notch, no doubt about that. But I think all these guys are professionals in their own right. So anyway, guys, let's keep moving on. Thank you guys for your thoughts on that topic. Let's keep moving on here. We got to talk about something I think that this is important. JND. JND has announced a $700 John Wick, Josh. And you weren't here last week for us to talk about this. We didn't know the exact price. And again, we had this conversation looking at big picture when Natalie G was here, and I saw some comments asking about her. Natalie is coming back. She's on a cruise right now. She wanted to take a couple weeks off, and then she's coming back. She and Ty are on a cruise, so she will be back on here. She just needed a little bit of a break, so she's coming back, and then it's going to be great. It's going to be great times, just like old times. But nonetheless, we talked about, Dean, if you remember this, and Josh, I'll fill you in. We talked about what people would potentially give up to get a John Wick. If we project this would be $750. Turns out it's $700.
It's not. I'm looking at the listing right now. I got the email in the official solicitation. It might be $700 plus
shipping. Yeah.
So
yes.
Do you want to know what I'm being told the minimum I'm allowed to list it for on my website right now?
I bet you 900.
900.
Yep. I had a good guess, dude.
So it's not a $700 figure. So let's throw that out the window. I hate when people try to manipulate the prices and they don't include the tariff, the tax, shipping, anything like that. I don't like those games.
Yeah.
Or import. Everyone keeps talking about tariff. How about natural import fees? If you haven't received an import fee bill, it's because the person shipping it to you outside the US is declaring low value. Because we've seen it on the forums. People get screwed a lot with like Prime 1, for example. You've seen that where someone got hit with like a $500 bill just for import for a statue that was $2,000. And they don't even, there's no disclosure of that.
I don't know if Josh I haven't followed it as closely what the tariffs are at right now. I know when I got Feral Predator from Toys Buying Agent, I paid, it was 154% tariff. And he declared a lower value.
It's down now. It's at like 35% right now, but I'm only charging people 6%. Right. My shipper, my manufacturers, and me are all splitting it. And then we're just passing on a tiny bit to collectors. And so that's all we're charging for tariff right now.
Gotcha.
6%
Yeah, with this one, I mean, it depends too, because this one's not shipping till probably Q3 of next year. Maybe the tariffs are resolved by then. Who knows? Maybe not.
I don't know, man.
But I mean, with politics, who fucking knows? But I will say it's $700 on JND's website, and it is licensed worldwide. So I will say that at least the base price, that's what it is. So I do think it's accurate in that respect. But Dean, what do you think? Should collectors trust JND to improve this figure? Because the feedback has generally been pretty negative. You got the 2-pack, which I'll show as well, for $1,299, $1,300 for both John Wicks and the dog. Dean, do you think JND is going to joker this one and improve it tremendously? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, well, I don't know. I was going to say a lot of people canceled their Joker initially. And then when JND actually fixed it, people were like, oh, okay, well, actually, now I kind of want it again. So they might take that. That looks bad. That looks so
John
bad.
Wick 4 looks rough. John Wick 1.
The first one didn't look that bad.
No, but John Wick 4 looks rough. Yeah, it looks rough. That one looks rough. Yeah.
So they might take that into account. Like, hey, when we actually listen to our customers, they actually responded and actually wanted to buy our thing. So it's entirely possible that they go back and fix it. Yeah, I don't think the John Wick 1 looks that bad. I think it looks pretty decent. But man, that that other one looks crazy.
Yeah, John Wick 4 is rough.
And it's not like...
But Dean, that's not that. I'm going to go on a ledge here, Dean. I'm sorry to cut you off. I kind of like this head sculpt. I don't know if people think I'm crazy. Like, I like this.
It's not 100%.
Not 100.
Reeves. I don't even know if it's like 70% Keanu Reeves.
So you think it's like 65% Keanu Reeves?
It's like a low C.
Okay, but for the price, it should be a lot better than that.
Oh, it should be way better.
Yeah, for $700. Yeah,
I think the which was totally not on accident. The new Hot Toys Keanu Reeves is much better.
It's fantastic.
And if you get the artisan, which I'll say take it or leave it. Like aim for it. If you don't get it, just get the sculpted one. It's not that bad. Because the hair is basically exactly the same. It's it's slicked back, stuck down to the skull. You're saving a ton of money, and I think you're getting just a better representation of John Wick here. But that's just based on these photos. They could come back and be like, "Hey, we changed it, we fudged it," But yeah, for that kind of money, you've really got to come out with the absolute best foot forward. And I think even from the teaser photos, everyone was like, that's not looking good.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about it. Remember? Yeah.
So I feel like they should have, especially after seeing Hot Toys, been like, let's take a couple steps backwards. Let's really, really focus on this. And I'm sure it takes a lot of work to even get to this point, But yeah, it's not the strongest Keanu out there.
Yeah, you think because Hot Toys hasn't officially announced theirs formally. I mean, they said it's coming, and they showed a couple pics.
They were waiting,
right? Josh, you knew 100%, and 100%. And Josh, you knew. I said I had my little conspiracy theory, and I turned out to be right here. That JND delayed their pre-order for quite a while on this one, and it was because I'm convinced that Hot Toys and Sideshow said, we want that license, actually.
Of course they did.
And that's what happened. What are your thoughts on it?
You know my thoughts.
I'm not repeating them with the group, Josh.
Everyone's saying and thinking.
What is it?
I think for the price that it is, they just need to do better on that sculpt. The props are sick, base looks clean, posability, the figure looks good, but nah. I mean, maybe with the Hot Toys head sculpt. See, like right there, it kind of looks good.
Yeah.
But again, like you can just do a simple Google search, be like John Wick's head.
John Wick's head.
I literally did that for Wonder Woman. I was like, Wonder Woman's head. And you can like clearly see that there is a vast difference. And it would be one thing if this was like a $200-300 figure, but it's not. And the selling point is the head.
It is.
That's up to our fine collectors.
Yeah. And also, Josh, they got the gray suit and Sideshow got the black suit. Clearly, there was a license battle going on, which wasn't really much of a battle, probably. I'm sure Sideshow and Hot Toys came in and they were just like, no, this is ours, actually. And and they just took it and they made the black suit and JND made the gray one. So that's clearly what happened.
Because they're both global. These two are global. So
yes. Yep. So and that they probably got JND probably got licensed to make the gray version, and again, Hot Toys got the license to make the black version.
I actually like the gray suit.
You do? I kind of like it too. I like both.
Suit. I like a little bit of blue. I like the difference in the colors. I just feel like it adds more. I know obviously John Wick is famous for the black suit, but I like the gray suit.
Yeah,
I like it. Too. It's a clean look.
Yeah, it's a clean look. Yeah, and people have said the tailoring's maybe slightly baggy, but it's.
The tailoring is fantastic. I'm not going to poo-poo that.
Yeah, but I will say the head. I really like this head sculpt. Like looking at that angle too. I think
that doesn't look like John Wick.
You don't think so? I think
everything from the shoulders down is fantastic.
which is the problem because the head is the main selling point.
Yeah, that's the $50 part of it.
Right. Right. Yeah, the silicone, right. I mean, it's, and the John Wick 4, yeah, I mean, that one needs a ton of work. That one just does not look like Keanu.
Bro, at all. The other one I said was a C. This is like
that's a sick cosplay of someone at a convention.
Right. I mean, that one, yeah, JND.
This is the character from Fortnite when they didn't have the license for John Wick, dude.
And maybe they'll get the figure to Figure Hideout to do a prototype review of it because they like working with him. So, I mean, that could be a possibility and we'll get to see more of it. But, I mean, look, I think overall, based on JND prices, they have lowered them a little bit, which is good. They're still high, no doubt about it, for 1.6, but they have lowered them and made them slightly more reasonable. So I do want to give them a little credit for that, but this needs to be fixed for sure. This head sculpt is not good in its current state. And the John Wick 1, I actually really like the John Wick 1, but I think it can still be improved. I think it can be improved. And I hope, Josh and Dean, that Hot Toys has lit a fire under JND's ass and vice versa, where they really go at it and try to win your dollar and make the best figure possible. So,
you know what he looks like? He looks like John Wick and Hans Gruber had a love child.
Hans Gruber. I guess that's fair. Like, it's funny that
they look like they had a little love child on the John Wick 4.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I mean, look, but Josh, I'm assuming the John Wick from Hot Toys is probably going to be formally announced and go up for pre-order probably like next week or something.
Where are the Die Hard figures, man? Like, how is that licensed?
Dude, that's a good question. Actually, I could see that coming in 2026.
That would do so well.
Yeah, I bet it would too if you made a John McClane. That'd be cool. Yeah, I think overall
that's got to be hard licensing though, with both actors having their situations.
A lot of stuff going on. And Tony even pointed out, he was like, I bet it'll be recalled like the Joker and the final result will be way better. I hope so. And there's going to be a lot of people who could be potentially upset they missed out, but even not, because you got Hot Toys that is making a really good one, it looks like to me. So, I mean, look at that Hot Toys one. It looks great.
I think Hot Toys, just as it sits, is already better. But if they could really pack this thing filled with like weapons and stuff, that'll really
separate it.
Hell yeah.
And Dean, if they somehow put the dog in there, because you can only get the dog from JND if you buy the 2-pack. So,
but he didn't get the dog in the first movie, didn't he?
I think he did at the end of the movie, didn't he?
It's been a long time since I watched the first movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I think at the very end.
The very end. Yeah, he got the dog. So because and like there are some photos on the JND one with him with chapter 1, John walking with the dog. So you can see right there.
Yeah, I think when he leaves the Continental, he has the dog with him.
How's the likeness on
really good?
How's the likeness on the dog? Are we liking that? JND are dog experts. They did the Joker dog.
They kind of are. I will say, Hot Toys' pets are pretty bad.
Yeah, this dog looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
Hot Toys does have a problem.
I just want the dog.
Hot Toys does have a dog problem.
They have a dog problem.
Not just the dog. Eagly was terrible too.
Yeah, Eagly. It's like very plasticky, like Target shit. Like it's like But I will say JND, if you want a top-notch dog, they're your pick, 100%. But I kind of like this. I'm tempted by it, but I want to see I'm not going to pre-order it yet because I want to see what Hot Toys officially looks like. Like I want to see more photos, what the price is, and then go from there. But I do really like this John Wick. I like the black suit more, I will say. But Josh, you're right. I do like the gray suit too.
It's
clean,
dude.
It has a vibe, dude. It has a vibe.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah, it definitely has a vibe to it. So we did get a super chat real quick. Sergeant Sal collects. Shout out to Sal, man. Thanks so much. For that much money, the figure better say, yeah. It should honestly. But I don't think it's happening anytime soon. But nonetheless, it's a good dream to have. Eagly isn't a great sculpt. Yeah, it's really not. It's really
dude,
not.
have you started watching Peacemaker?
Yeah, I watched the first 2, maybe. How many episodes are out now? 4?
I think I watched 4. I watched 4, I think. Dude, it's good.
I've watched 3.
It's really good.
You know what, Josh? I'm 3 episodes in. I've not watched the one that aired last night.
I didn't watch that one yet.
I find it very mid. I've been very
no, don't say that.
Like I loved season 1. Season 1 was really good, but season 2, I'm just kind of like,
It's
like,
predictable. It's
yeah,
predictable.
like I'm just like,
but I feel it's been executed well, and I like the bits of comedy. I think they've been pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Yeah, and people are really loving it. I see the chat. People are saying, yeah, but no spoilers. Yeah, it's but I really like season 1. I like John Cena in the role. Actually, I'm excited to see what Peacemaker does in the new DCU, but I'm not overly convinced.
Is that the Apex? I just realized.
It is, yeah. I have 2
We
of
just
these.
partnered with them. I'm gonna start selling their cases. How do you
Dude,
like them?
thank God. That would be amazing
Yeah.
because I wanted to get some more. Yeah, I know Sideshow
We
sells them
just
too.
partnered. We're gonna do all Apex going forward with
Dude.
well, obviously with Moji Space, but like, yeah.
Okay, that's amazing, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Apex. Well, I know Sideshow started carrying them, and now you're
Well,
going
I
to.
just
That's
got
good.
one because remember I got my Sakura Stormtrooper from Star Wars
Yes.
Celebration,
Yeah.
and I wanted to case it because I have dogs in the kimono. I don't want dog fur on it.
Dude, and you can do so much cool stuff with this. Like you can change the lighting.
That's the Infinite, right? No, not the Infinite.
It's the
That's
the Chaos Ultra, whatever
Chaos.
it is.
I got the Chaos Ultra in.
Right. This is the cool one that you can do that with.
Sick.
So
Okay, now I'm
yeah,
excited.
it's super legit. And you just use the little remote and
Do they
do whatever
stack?
you want. Yes. Yep. You can stack them
do?
and you can plug them in. They have little connecting cables. They're pretty legit. So I have 2. I only have 2 of them, but they're great. They're great.
Now we'll have a wall.
A wall, dude. A wall would be great. They're like what 100 and some 150 a piece, something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. We'll be selling it for that price. We'll be selling them at retail. We're not gonna boost them or
Yeah.
anything like that.
oh, Josh, before we move on, question about ModSpace. How accurate is the shipping estimates?
Extremely.
They delay
Unless
shit a
they
lot, though, don't
change
they?
the dimensions, I literally plug them in. We had that happen where they turned the Plus into 2 oversized case boxes, which sucks. I think they went back after doing that. There was a lot of pushback. But they're exactly what they tell us the dimensions are, unless something changes. If you buy multi lights though, or anything like that, just write me because it's right now charging like per light as a separate shipment, and that shipping's absolutely not accurate.
Okay.
If you order 8 lights, it is not $150.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. And I agree.
So it's accurate.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad the chat is weighing in too and saying that. But we got some other news here that I wanted to talk about. This is something that actually I think appeared last week. And to be frank, I'm not completely familiar with this company. It's a custom creator called Siberian Custom Studio. And I'm not sure, Dean, if you know about this or have seen this, but they're making a Wesley Snipes Blade figure, which I think people are really excited about. And it's a very, let's say, a very premium figure. It's called Daywalker. It's going to be $884 plus the $63 for shipping. I think the pre-order closes I think like next week, like the 16th, I think I saw on the website. So it's pretty soon, but it has like real leather components, metal parts, die cast weapons, things like that. And of course you have a custom piece here of this 160 Wesley Snipes. It looks very strong. This is a custom piece through and through. I don't think this is going to be a mass produced one. I don't think it's going to be a ton of people ordering this guy, but enough who really want this character. And Hot Toys has not done one in forever besides the Deadpool version, which is not the one most people want. Let's be real. Nonetheless, Dean, I got to ask you, bro, are collectors moving towards premium figures with a figure like this or a JND or an InArt or a Hot Toys Artisan, maybe buying less figures, but buying the ones they really want in the highest quality possible? Do you think that's like sort of a phenomenon going on right now?
I don't think it's a phenomenon. I think that's just something people have always done. I know recently they just came out with K from Blade Runner. I forgot what company did that, but that was like a limited run kind of custom figure that I know a lot of people personally that really wanted it and ordered it.
Yeah.
And then someone like Blade, yeah, people are gonna want a Blade figure really badly. And when's the last time Hot Toys did it? Again, I don't even know.
Yeah, just the Deadpool.
It's
one.
Old.
Right.
No, but like the original Blade figure.
Oh, the original. It's very
like
old.
Super old.
Yes.
A buddy of mine had it, left it in the box ever since he bought it, and we did one of those like retro unboxings, and it was just all flakes of shit. It was destroyed basically.
You're flakes and shit.
So like this is definitely a character and a figure that I've seen so many third-party Blades recently over the past, I would even say 3 or 4 years, that are just not great. This one looks really, really good. But yeah, I think the premium figure market, I think that's a huge, that's just always been a thing. I feel like I know Bob Dylan is usually in the chats. His custom figure collection is insane. He's
Oh
got
yeah,
a
he goes
lot
for
of really,
customs.
yeah, and obviously he's not the only one. So yeah, I think this is I wouldn't say a new phenomenon, but maybe just a little more,
A little more
I guess, out in the
mainstream.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, if you're not happy with all this shit, like, look at all this other cool stuff that people are getting into. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's fair. It does look good though. I'm not gonna lie. It does
oh, it
look
looks really good.
Hopefully the final product comes out this good. I have no experience with this company and can in no way make a recommendation on them. So I'm just promoting it in terms of saying like it's a thing that exists, not so much promoting, it's the wrong word for it, but bringing it to people's attention. Because people messaged me about it and were like, hey, I got several messages about it saying, did you see this? You should talk about it, blah, blah, blah. So I thought, okay, there's enough people that want to hear about this guy. Let's bring it up. So Josh, what do you think with a custom designed figure like this? Is it risky? Do you think people are starting to move towards these custom premium figures? What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, we know it's risky. I mean, we've seen the fallout. It happened. We see the posts all the time, people getting scammed and rug pulled. That being said, the figure looks absolutely sick.
Yeah.
But I also think, and this is both as a collector and a business owner, I think a lot of these companies have either lost the plot. It's gotten pretty greedy. They know people are willing to pay aftermarket prices. So the best decision is to make aftermarket prices the new norm. And they'll make way more profit just to sell a few units less. On the flip side, I think the other thing is people are way too terrified to make an affordable product and compete with Hot Toys because there's such a titan. You know what I mean? Like they've got the science down. It's kind of hard to compete with them because they already have such a massive amount of production they're able to do. Therefore, they profit by mostly numbers, not whereas a custom company can only make a couple hundred. Yeah. Maybe like that's still a shit ton for a custom company. So, you know, it's one of those things that's just like, you know, if it's sick and it's cut, I mean, dude, the Lich King behind me is custom, so I can't speak, but that also took 4 years and we thought we weren't going to see it. There's only 10 in the world and it took 4 years. So it's like, it just depends, man. Again, the figure looks great, but if it doesn't release, then what's the point? I mean, I lost $2,500 on a licensed company rug pulling. So,
yeah,
you know,
it happens.
Right? I mean, it can happen anywhere.
Yeah, it totally can. But you're right. This looks great. Seamless body, real leather, die cast weapons. I mean, this great head sculpt, it looks like to me. So, I mean, look, if you're a Wesley Snipes fan, like that look right there just looks awesome. That looks really good. And again, I mean, you're paying the premium price and, you know, it's a law of diminishing returns. The higher you go up, the more you're going to pay. And is it going to get that much better? I mean, probably not. I mean, it's going to get a little bit better, but is it going to get to the point where it's like 50% better? No, probably not. It's probably going to be like 10 or 15 or maybe 20. But compared to the old Hot Toys, it's a lot better. But say Hot Toys makes a new Blade, which they very well could. They very well could go back and say, we're going to make a Wesley Snipes Blade again. They could totally do that. And it'll be $300 and it'll be really good. So, and real leather. So, and then you paid $900 for this. So, I mean, something to consider. But this looks great. No doubt about it. Just got to, if Blade is the right character for you, I get it. But that's the question. Is Blade worth that type of money to you? That's the question only you can answer. So, yeah, guys, let's keep moving real quick. Let's talk about some more speculative topics here because I want to get into. Josh, I don't know if you saw this. The Hot Toys 25th anniversary. Hot Toys announced this on Hot Toys Japan. I believe that's what it was. And a lot of collectors out there are theorizing, including myself, saying like, what is actually going to be announced for this celebratory event? Maybe it's nothing, right? Maybe we're getting our hopes up. Maybe it's nothing. I have a prediction that I think you'll see a couple figures. And I think you're probably going to see some sort of Iron Man. Like it's going to be, some sort of Iron Man. Josh, have nothing to base this off of. It's a 25-year anniversary. Would it not make sense to make something from the very beginning like a George Lucas or a Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible or some shit like that. Kyle Reese, Dean, I know wants that one. Something like that. That would be super cool and that needs a remake. And that would really bring you back to the roots. A George Lucas, I think, would be wild. Like if they did that.
But that's not really how that works, right? Because as much as they want to do it, that's not how licensing works.
The licensing, yep. But you can always reacquire it if possible.
I think it would be sick, but unfortunately, what I think is going to happen, even though they've had some really cool announcements, I just feel like it's going to be a bunch of updated figures that they've already put out with like artisan edition and special edition coins and I'm pretty sick of it.
Well, because they screwed retailers like you too in the process.
I mean, it screws retailers, but it's also just like it's more like an excuse to give a crazy premium for what shouldn't cost that. That's all. I mean, it's more so that because Hot Toys isn't my bread and butter anymore, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
But it would be really sick if they do some more original stuff and just in general with companies. I hate the bonus edition shit and the exclusive edition because let's be real, they're not that exclusive. It's just demand, and then the edition size is set based on that demand. That's it.
Right.
We always see the simpler ones sell out first because there's not as much demand. So I'm hoping we get some cool stuff. I hope it's just one figure with one version and lots of that. All new licenses, possibly all new content. It would be sick to see some like video game licenses outside of Arcane. Like imagine like we have Last of Us, but that's a TV show. Imagine like a Joel and Ellie from the game. Imagine friggin'
Kratos,
Grand Theft Auto. Just it would just be cool to see them break into like Resident Evil for God's sakes. Like, dude, well they've done some Resident Evil.
No, I think Damn Toys did. Or they did Resident Evil way back though. I think it was
way back, and they were okay. But it's just like. I mean, look at people listening. There's so many good there's so many good licenses out there that just haven't been touched in the figure market, and no one is touching it. They're just like, let's just make Iron Man again, or how about the 5th John Wick ever, or let's just remake the old shit again. And it's like, man, I'd love to see something interesting, exciting, different, new age.
Yeah, dude. Imagine
old age.
Imagine a Kratos from Hot Toys. I say that every time. I think it would be incredible.
I mean, something for our generation, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Terminator's sick. Alien's sick. Predator's sick. But I kind of like something from when I grew up with movies. Right. Except, I mean, we have like Pirates of the Caribbean, of course. But like, I mean, I'm not really super interested in like. And again, this is me. I'm a very different collector. So like, I'm not into the old Star Wars. That wasn't my thing when I grew up. That's
fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. It makes sense. Dean, what do you think?
Give me a Kratos, dude. Give me all the Kratos.
That
give
would
me
be
a
sick.
Master Chief. Give me Doom Guy. Like, give me stuff.
People said Trevor from GTA. That'd be cool.
TMNT would be sick.
Yeah, people have been
crazy. That would be.
People have been asking for turtles for a long time, but no 1/6 company seems to want to do them. So, not sure why exactly. But Dean, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think anything exciting is going to be announced, or is it a purple Iron Man?
Fuck.
Yeah, right.
my hopes and my dreams.
Yep.
Recently, in the Cos Baby line, and it's not always a 1-to-1.
Really?
Hold on. A lot of times when you see a Cos Baby, you will see it translate into a Hot Toys later down the line. Saw it with Wednesday, the original
Gihan.
Venom.
They did it with Gihan.
So again, it's not. I would say it's maybe 60 to 70% of the time. If you see a Cos Baby, it will be a Hot Toy.
Right.
They recently got into Sonic the Hedgehog. Now
they got Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay.
I want a Sonic the Hedgehog really bad. The movies are super popular.
That would be sick.
This is Hot Toys Japan. Sonic's from Japan. Well, he's not from Japan, but he was created in Japan. He's from Christmas Island, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
So maybe it's Sonic the Hedgehog. It's gold. Super Sonic is gold. That's my hopes and my dreams. What is it probably going to be? A fucking neon tech Iron Man no one asked for.
Yeah, probably.
Except it'll have flames like the Hot Toys logo, and it's a toy. Get it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It'll be
or like
USB
another-
light up, and it'll be.
And there will
purple.
be 1,000, but you
Mhm.
can only get them for special people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or maybe they
But-
say, you know what? Let's give you that dark side Anakin you wanted. Let's do that. But,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I mean,
yeah, it could be for this.
they did the
anniversary.
Japanese exclusive Darth Vader apprentice. So
Yeah, they did. They did.
this is Japan. I mean, this is the Hot Toys Japan account. I don't know. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
it's true.
Wouldn't it be
Dean,
funny
you know,
if-
what were we saying, Josh?
Wouldn't it be funny if they just posted on the wrong account and all this speculation is for nothing?
Yes, absolutely. Wait, they're probably watching.
They were
this
logged into the wrong account.
yeah,
Yeah, they're
maybe
probably
it's
watching
like,
this like these
That
fucking
totally
idiots.
happens.
These idiots.
I mean, if it's specific to Japan, so maybe it's like Kamen Rider, some stuff from
It could be.
Kamen Rider.
Dude, Kamen Rider's kind of
Um,
dope.
That's pretty cool. I like the figures. I just
Toys.
yeah,
I just don't watch Kamen Rider, but every time they come out with a figure, it's really
What about
beautiful.
Godzilla?
maybe it's Ghost of
What about
Tsushima.
anime?
Ghost
Dude,
of Tsushima
any-
time.
No. Any anime. Do you see what those Rocket Toys 6-scale figures go for in the aftermarket?
Oh yeah, those rocket toys are great.
They go for like $800. Like
they're game
dude,
toys. Yeah,
anything. Like, for God's sakes, don't do the real life One Piece. Do actual characters.
right.
And like,
Yeah.
there's so much content to do. But
There
but
you go.
licensing for anime is a lot harder though too. They take forever to come back to you with like approvals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that we just saw the
It's like a
3-0
year or two.
Tanjiro.
Well, and with Hot Toys too, they like to do like realistic stuff as much as possible. Like even the arcane stuff, they made like hyper realistic kind of like they made, you
but
know,
it worked because of the art style.
right. It's true. It's true. But they did
Yeah.
do the League of Legends figures themselves. Those look pretty video gamey. Like they look,
Yeah.
you know, maybe slightly realistic, but you know, I think for sure though. I mean, if they did Last of Us figures, I know Lim Toys has put up some great figures for pre-order, but you know, I'd love to see what Hot Toys can do if they take a crack at it. So yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah.
But you said Dean, they will never do Final Fantasy. We know that because Square
We know
Enix will
that.
never.
That's Square Enix.
No.
Square Enix
yeah,
will never allow it.
They would
Yeah.
rather die than let
Yeah.
people make product.
Yeah. The Square Enix would rather die than have anyone else make a product. of
Yeah,
their
it's
own.
like, well, we'll
Yeah.
just do it. And then
Yeah,
they just
right.
don't.
Right.
We'll just do it in
Or
quadruple
the-
the price. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. Just hold on.
It's funny with Square Enix too. Like that clearly was the only way Prime 1 could get the license. We're like, we're gonna make you charge out the ass for this. Like that's the only way
Well,
they
it's
could get the license.
definitely Prime 1 making the entire goddamn product.
Right.
Like
Pretty
it is
much,
the
yeah.
entire product being made by Prime 1.
Yep.
And then they're just like, but make sure we can sell it on our site and triple the price.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Like
Yep.
it's wild.
Yeah. It's gonna be great pieces though. It's gonna
It
be
is.
Yeah.
No, they are. They're going to be the best on the market.
Yeah, right. No doubt about it. But it's gonna be a fun time. We got a super chat. Thank you so much, Michael De Castillo. Thanks so much, bro. Castillo, my apologies. If it's Sakura Iron Man, I'd get it, admittedly. Sakura.
That would be kind of sick, actually. Now I take it back. Fucking Japanese style or samurai style. Iron Man would
okay.
be sick.
Dude, don't even put that out there because they're gonna do
I'm
it.
putting
now.
it out there. I want
They're gonna
that.
do it. Like they
Want
already did the Predator, the Sakura.
They'll
like,
have
what the
one
Predator-
buyer then. It'll be fine. I think that Predator's sick.
It is
I
really
think
cool.
it should be creative.
It is cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is
Yeah.
pretty cool. But I'm not gonna get it.
But there's a new Resident Evil and Silent Hill coming out. I bet they hop on it.
Silent Hill 2. I know Iconic did the license for Silent Hill 2, but they never made a James, which was crazy.
But
So,
Resident Evil's coming out.
oh, okay. They could do that. They could jump back on the Resident Evil train. No doubt about that.
That'd be sick.
So let's talk about this, guys. And I think it's good that we have Josh on the show for this one because I want to talk about just something that I've noticed, I guess, just myself, like in messages and interaction on YouTube and everything else in between. So I'm just talking about sort of what's been happening over the last month or so. This is what the announcements have been from Hot Toys over the past month and a half or so. And it's not particularly exciting, at least for me. We got the Killing Joke Joker, Nightwing, Wednesday Addams, Peacemaker, and then Sergeant Hound. So I know people like their Sergeant Hound. I get it. But I'm not sensing a lot of excitement from Hot Toys collectors out there right now. I know August can be a slow time for Hot Toys, but this has been a particularly slow time for announcements. Releases have been okay. We've gotten Wolverine, we've got the battle damage Terminator, we've got a couple other cool things in between. But as far as new exciting announcements, not much to go around right now. So, Dean, I gotta ask you, bro, is Hot Toys hype at an all-time low? Because it feels that way to me, but I guess I can't quantify it. But what are your thoughts on this?
No, I don't think so. The Killing Joke Joker is a huge deal. Not only is it more DC, it's comic book stuff. That's a huge, it's usually just movies.
Yeah.
So to see them moving into the like, hey, let's start dipping into the shit that people really have loved for years and start making things from that. I think that's a big deal. The Nightwing, it was kind of lackluster, admittedly, and I don't know, 15 years too late or whatever. Not that late, but, very late.
It is. They just dusted that figure off.
That is something that people have wanted for a very long time. Wednesday, not for me personally, but it shows they're willing to take
hype.
Not hype, but take a chance on a different IP, right? It's not just another Iron Man. It's not another Captain America. It's something new, something different, a character we probably wouldn't see otherwise. So that's really cool. The Peacemaker, yeah, it's a I guess not a 2.0, but another one, and it's improved. They took the original one and improved on it. With the better head sculpts, the more accessories, you can actually take the fucking gun out of his holster. I think that's a big step in the right direction. The Hound, it's another clone, but they did a little alien animal, right? That's something we haven't really seen them do. So like all of these, I think all have a positive thing to say about them. I mean, it's not, finally seeing Grievous or seeing Revan for the first time, like, oh my God, I never thought that, but
right.
It's still good. It's just like, I think we've been eating pretty good over the past couple of years that this might seem like a little bit like, I guess, but like, I still think all of this is, pretty positive.
Yeah, that's fair. The one thing, here's what I'll say, Dean. Here's why I'll push back slightly on this one. Nightwing, look, 2,000 units worldwide, and this has been up for how long? It's still on pre-order. Not even low stock, nothing. Like, I don't think many people want this thing as much as people think.
Because I think it's so late that people just whatever. But like, had they released this, when people were buying this line,
right?
I think it would have been fine.
I think that, and also it no movable eyes. Like, this is clearly a dated figure that they just dusted off and threw it up there. I mean, but look, again, 2,000 units is not a ton, and this guy is on pre-order, not low stock, nothing, no queue. Like, this guy is not in high demand. And Joker, yes, I would argue I'm with you on Joker. I think, yes, Joker, people do want Joker. I have no interest in that Joker, but a lot of people do. And a lot of people love comic books and they love this iteration. Wednesday Addams, yes, popular show. Does she matter to Hot Toys collectors? Not so sure about that one, but I do think she is important to bring in new collectors who could potentially buy Hot Toys. That I agree with. But as far as like current Hot Toys collectors, I'm not, maybe. Chat will have to weigh in. I'm not convinced.
I mean, there was definitely a few people in our community that was like, oh, I ordered it immediately.
Sure. I heard the show's great. I heard good things.
I was looking at buying a third-party one, and now I don't have to. Like, so, I mean, there's definitely people out there that this appealed to.
Right. And it's a good point by Darth Malik. He said, Darth Maul concept is still available on Sideshow, 1,500 units. That one's equally in low demand. That one is, no one wants that Darth Maul.
Yeah, because there's 800 other Darth Maul figures that are infinitely better.
That are better, like the 2.0, which is way better.
Yeah.
And this John Cena head sculpt, people hated this head sculpt. So in general, that's the community consensus. Not everyone, but a lot of people. Sergeant Hound, yes, I understand. People love their clones. He does have a hound that is pretty cool. Not going to be for everyone, but still. Maybe it's just me. But Josh, what do you think? As a retailer, what are you seeing as the trends? Do you think hype is low, or is it still maintained pretty regular fashion? What do you think?
I think hype is super low. I think people are not spending money. I think there's a bigger world economy issue here that also plays a significant role in this. And that's reality. I sound like a friggin' politician, but it's true, right? I mean, I can safely tell you that on my end, and I think this is public news now, so I'm not terribly concerned about saying it public, but like take a company like Klarna, for example, or Affirm or Afterpay, and
Yeah.
they've got a massive, massive, more than 50% average default on payment issue. Just to give you an idea, that will crumble any business, like to an extreme outside of bankruptcy. So like people are not spending. It doesn't matter how hyped. People like to pretend. And I'll tell you this from firsthand experience. People say they order things online just to feel like they're part of the hype. And then they don't actually buy anything, or they're just like, oh, I was just going to order it later anyways.
Right.
Because I've straight up seen people like, oh, I ordered this from Comic Concepts. And I'm like, no, you didn't. I know you didn't. You're like, oh, well, I was going to order it later. No, you weren't. You're not ordering it at all.
Is it why do people say that, you think? I'm curious.
I think it's just people feel like they're not able to connect without buying. And I don't think that's, I don't know why that's the case. I think maybe it feels more of maybe it's a superiority thing. Maybe it's kind of like, you know, like in high school when you tried to be part of the cool kids club, right? Like you did certain things, you dressed a certain way to try to be part of it.
Yeah.
And I think people feel like they have to be ordering to be part of the discussion. And I think that's a really sad way to look at it, because everyone should be part of the discussion, even if you're not buying. I'm not buying stuff right now, or I should take that back. I have plenty of things on order and I have nowhere to put them. So that's another thing, right? We have so much bloat of amazing collectibles already that even if you announce new licenses, it's like, okay, that doesn't just get rid of what's already circulating. It still exists. It's kind of like, let's talk about gold, right? Let's talk about gold and value. Like gold is technically finite, right? Like there's X amount in the world. Sure, you can mine for it, but it's finite. What if someone all of a sudden next week found a mountain made of pure gold, tons and tons of gold? That doesn't make it more exciting. That devalues everything else. The other gold is still there.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't just go away because there's new gold. Right? It's not the best analogy, but that's the reality. I think there's a world economy issue where people aren't spending. I think there's way too many collectibles out on the market, especially for the same IPs. And I think the goal now is to just charge as much as possible rather than make affordable good figures. I think it's a lot easier to make less figures and charge way more for the people that are absolutely desperate for a fix. Right. And it sucks. I mean, it's kind of sad because we're missing out on a lot of creativity right now. I feel like we're just in a weird lull with finances. Yeah. And it's not just Comic Concepts. Like I talk to my partners and other retailers because not everyone's the enemy, you know what I mean? And we like have these discussions. I mean, I can safely tell you that there's been a massive uptick in like disputes, even on things that have already shipped and delivered. Like months later, people will dispute things just to get a few bucks for the month to pay bills. And it's pretty crazy. Yeah. So like a lot of stealing too.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's a lot of factors that extend far beyond collecting that impact collecting. And you know, and it's crazy to see. I mean, you're right, the economy, this and that. I mean, any number of factors, real world issues going on, but yeah. And that's kind of, again, it's hard to quantify that. Maybe I can start running polls and ask people like how excited they are about collecting right now, because we have a lot of new people coming in and I don't want them to think it's not a good time to join. It is, but it just, you know, there are so many great things and that's great, but it's also like there's so much temptation and sometimes, you know, it's too much. But again, it's a good problem to have. It's good to have these good things and have options rather than not. But at the end of the day, it's still a challenging time for a lot of people. So, and again, you know, those figures maybe I'm just not as excited about. So maybe that's why I'm interpreting it as sort of a lull, but we'll see. I mean, we got some good releases like this 2.0, this is a 1.0, but the 2.0 coming, and then the Wolverine and all that. So, someone did ask Josh, I can answer that one real quick about shipper boxes. Yes, Josh usually double boxes Hot Toys for most.
I double box free of charge. Typically, it just depends on the size of the figure.
Right. Yeah. There's only, I think, like one, maybe Feral Predator. I think you didn't. Every other figure, I think you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like some of them are just like very awkward shaped, and there's not normal boxes.
Right.
So like you
Right.
can't order 100 boxes for like 20 figures.
Right, exactly. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, it's totally good. So let's keep moving, guys. We're going to keep moving on these big picture topics. Let's talk about something else here. I think, honestly, I want to see how the group feels about this one. But I have a couple different graphics to show here of different release figures that I think have released in 2025 that are very important and very anticipated figures that have come out really good. And I do want to give Hot Toys their flowers here and say, like, I think Hot Toys is delivering very close to advertised quality. And I know Dean, Josh, we've talked about this often about, the decline from prototype to final is a good decline is typically like 5 to 10%, right? That's a reasonable decline from prototype quality to final product. But I think lately Hot Toys has been maintaining pretty close to prototype quality, maybe with a less than 5% decline in some cases. Different lighting in these photos. I get that. I tried to match them as close as I could. And I try to do what I can to, again, get them as relatively similar as possible. But, I have to ask you, Josh, I'll start with you on this before I get to Dean. Is there a noticeable decline with Hot Toys with some of these bigger figures lately? Because I've not really seen it.
I think there's been major improvement, actually.
Right. I think so too. And I mean, and look at this one, Terminator. I'll bring that up. And then the Darth Vader. That's another good example. Like it's pretty close.
But I also think it's because they're charging slightly more that it would make a lot more sense to put in a little extra money to actually put out quality than deal with returns. So, I mean, I hate to say it, like, it sounds so like bleak like that. It's so businessy, but like it's true. Like there's certain things you can get away with, but in an economy that's declining and a product that's looking better and better for more money, there better not be issues with it.
Right.
Simple as that. Like otherwise, it can be pretty catastrophic. And I think they've seen that in the past with many figures that release that don't look that good compared to their Preto. You will see a mass cancellation rate. And these companies, these distributors talk about it. It's not just like, oh, that sucks. There's full-blown meetings about this stuff. Like, you think we talk about this stuff? Man, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars lost if you miss the mark. And it's a big deal.
Right.
So I think they've actually been improving, and I think the quality's gone up from final product over the years. I definitely have seen more hits than misses. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think so too. I think, and again, the lighting is different in some of these photos. I tried to match the best I could. I think the Joaquin Joker came out a lot better than the prototype.
Really friggin' good.
Right. I think they did a great job with that one. I still prefer the InArt Joaquin. What were we saying, Dean?
Oh, I was gonna say even just the hair is infinitely better on the
looks a lot better. Yeah, and Black Widow I think is pretty close. Prototype might have been a little bit better, but it's very close. It's very close. Dean, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Hot Toys is putting out some primo stuff? Because I think overall, that Darth Maul is incredible. I know that.
Darth Maul is always incredible. They always fucking nail it.
That's true.
Yeah, and obviously Hot Toys doesn't want to release bad stuff, right?
Right.
They never have. They always want to release the highest quality stuff, and they've been consistently getting better over the course of their careers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at a figure release when they first came out to now, it's like it's not even the same company. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's like holy shit, they are on a whole other level. And I think the recent push in competition has definitely fed into that, where it's like we can't afford to miss. We can't afford to take a dip, 10-15% in quality. InArt doesn't. I mean, I guess maybe the Wonder Woman is, kind of their first misstep so far. But even then, I think maybe just some futzing with the hair, and I think that's a fine figure. And now JND coming into the picture, they get backlash. They turn around and fix it. Hot Toys is like shit. Like we can't, that's not something we can afford to do. So I think competition has made everybody better, and I think we're definitely seeing that. I know over the past few years, especially after InArt first came out, Hot Toys wasn't doing the artisan line, but their hair sculpting got infinitely better, a lot more intricate, a lot more layers. And obviously now they're like, fuck it, we'll just do our own artisan line as well. But even something as simple as the hair getting better is a direct, I think, response to the competition. So yeah, for sure. I think the final products are getting better and better. So
yeah, I think so too. And by the way, I do want to say something to the chat here. Like, guys, if you enjoy this video, make sure to like the video. Sometimes I think people hit and run and watch the stream. Make sure to like it and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And check out Collecting Weekly. Collecting Weekly is great. Just want to throw that in there. A lot of great content over there. And of course, Comic Concepts. You can always use the code WillFox. You can buy stuff there. $10 off, unlimited. Just want to throw it out there. But guys, if you're enjoying it, please like the video. It helps show it to more people. So I appreciate it. But nonetheless, I'm with you guys. I think Hot Toys is delivering some very, very good quality. Every once in a while, there is a figure that releases that you're like, fuck, they dropped the ball on this one. And it sucks, particularly when it's a figure you really wanted, that you were really excited and anticipating, and they dropped the ball on that one. And you're like, fuck. It's not terrible. It's not like you're not going to get it, but it's not one of these guys that looks so fucking good, right? Like Wolverine, they knew they had to nail that one. They knew Wolverine was in development for a long time. They said, we have to get this right. And boy, did they. I think they really nailed that figure. I think it looks incredible. And I think Arnold looks incredible. I think the Joaquin Joker looks really good. Black Widow came out good, as long as there's no glue issues in yours. Otherwise, it's great. So you're rolling the dice a little bit on that one. But I think Hot Toys has been doing a great job upholding prototype quality, or pretty close to it lately. The Darth Vader battle damage, that was highly anticipated. That came out really strong. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what they do when they come out with some of the other really important figures that have been announced this year. But I think right now, I think they're doing a great job. You got to give them credit. And, Josh, we talked about a little bit last week. Some people, Hot Toys can, in a way, sometimes be perceived, even by me sometimes, but others, as like the great value brand, but they're really not. Like they're still yeah, they are. Yeah,
they have a different business model.
Right.
I mean, that's the reality.
Yep. And they make the high profile licenses that other people can't get.
They do.
Yeah. Star Wars and Marvel.
People forget they make a ridiculous amount more than any of these other companies. They make a few hundred. Man, Hot Toys makes 5,000 to 10,000 of any given release, and production's already started before they've even announced it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's the reality.
Right. And that's why I guess sometimes too, they are so, in the past, at least before competition arose, they were more hesitant to change something, probably because production was already underway. So they were like, yeah, no,
exactly.
Feedback. We're not gonna change it for that. So, but yeah, guys, thank you for your thoughts on that one. We're moving along. We're chugging along. I appreciate you guys doing it again. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's keep moving. Let's go back to it. I think this will be a fun conversation. Is JND going to steal customers from InArt and Hot Toys? They do, like you said, Josh, they have different business models. I totally get that. Let's bring up a graphic I created previously on a different live stream that I've since updated about JND prices. That you've started to see a downward trajectory, which is good. It started out very high. The Dark Knight Batman Armory, $1,799. Batman doesn't even articulate. Joker came out of the gate, $1,700 for 2 figures. Now we're seeing John Wick for $1,300 for 2 figures. That's a big difference. That's a huge difference. That's $400 difference for, the 2-pack compared to last time. And then Two-Face is $1,399 compared to $1,700. Prices are going down for J&D. Got to give them credit for that. But the quality, people love that Joker. People love how that Two-Face looks, but John Wick needs a little bit of work to the overall community, the larger community at whole. But I got to ask you, I'll start with Dean on this one. Dean, is it possible that J&D steals customers from InArt and Hot Toys if they release products as good as what their Joker looks like? Do you think they can sway people and change their hearts and charge $700 a figure?
When InArt first came out, I said no. And that was what was the 2-pack? $1,200 for the
for what? For Joker?
Yeah.
It was like 1,000. It was like 1,090 on kit shipped, something like that. 1,000. Let's say 1,000. Okay. 1,100, 1,000.
Okay. So, I mean, this is, almost right there at the same price point for the 2-pack. Although, how is John Wick 1,300 and Catwoman is 1,800?
I know. Well, because they've lowered their prices since then. That's why. Yeah.
Okay.
But the InArt Joker did come with a jail cell diorama, that bench, like, you know, it came with a decent amount of stuff. So
Yeah. So I mean, I guess maybe not to me personally. Like at those prices, you get a really nice statue.
it's true.
I also don't like. I'm not in love with these characters, so like, I couldn't imagine spending that kind of money on them. But like, someone who does, yeah, I guess they could. I guess they could steal customers away and be like, I'll just save the money and get the inner or the JND instead. So
Because what if
I'm
John Wick
always
gets updated, Dean?
I'm always shocked at what people are willing to spend money on.
It's true.
It's like, no one's gonna buy that, and then it sells out, and I'm like, what the fuck, really? I guess. So yeah, I mean, it's totally possible.
Yeah. I mean, what if
Couldn't be
what
me.
if John Wick gets updated to the point of where Joker is? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that was your question.
Right.
If
Exactly.
it comes out as good, then yeah, I mean, people love John Wick, so I think that is a character for a lot of people that it's like, I want the best version of it possible.
Right.
I don't really see that with like the Catwoman, right? Like, it's like, I get, like, do people love the Catwoman or even Two-Face that much? I don't know. But John Wick is like, you know, a lead franchise. I mean, how many movies are in it now? 5?
Yeah, 4. They're making a 5th one. Yeah, right.
4 with Ballerina, so
right.
5.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
And you know, that's not seemingly the end of the franchise. So he's definitely a very important character for a lot of people. So I could see someone wanting to spend that kind of money on him. Same thing with the Joker.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody and their mother is like, I gotta have the best Joker in my collection. I bought the InArt one and the Hot Toys one, and now, you know, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So I think with the right characters, yes, they'll definitely take customers.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it could happen. Josh, what do you think? Because Dean's onto something, I think. But Josh, do you think that JND has a viable business model to pull away some customers?
I mean, at what point do we consider like it a significant effect on customer pull? Like, yeah, they probably can pull 5 customers from Hot Toys. Like, I'm not saying that to be mean. It's just, it's a completely different price bracket for different quality. And as someone who can kind of get whatever collectible I want, obviously I have to spend money, and not as much, thank goodness, because I have a lot of things I like. But even I'm not spending that, dude. Like, I just think bang for buck is just as important in collecting.
Sure.
And it's one thing if you want the absolute perfect version of what you want, but man, like if I was a John Wick collector, for example, I would want a John Wick figure from each movie, right? Like I want to be able to make that's where I get confused with Hot Toys collectors. There are a lot of Hot Toys collectors that, you know, I thought the point of Hot Toys collectibles was like to pose and have your favorite scenes or do like a diorama. And some people just do the museum poses all day long. So I'm just, I don't know. Every collector is different. I genuinely don't think they're causing a dent in the collector base at all for Hot Toys. I think they just do such massive numbers at Hot Toys and different customer base that it's not an effect. I mean, dude, $1,400, $1,800, $1,700. My 3rd scale Doom statue was that price.
Right.
Like the 3.5-foot one. That's incredible. I mean, most of my statues are below that price.
Right.
So no, I would not be a customer to that. Like unless I'm making a true diorama scene, like with the Joker, maybe, like, then okay, maybe I'll shell out. That'll be my only figure for Heath Ledger. But I mean, that dude, like, let's get really realistic here and remember the value of $1. No, this is not a purchase I would make.
That's what and
I feel
Dinesh
it's
said.
a very irresponsible purchase for the most part.
He's like, you could get Prime 1 John Wick. It's true. You
could get a lot of things for that money.
Right. You could.
A lot of things. This has to be the most perfect character ever that no one else will want anything else. And that makes sense with a Heath Ledger Joker, a John Wick, maybe. I mean, I don't even know. But yeah, I mean,
well, this is why I made this graphic originally, Josh, just to showcase. Like, this is, for example, what people would have to give up to if you wanted
it's
these
not
two
though,
things.
because the John Wick costs more money after shipping, tax, and tariff. It should be $900 minimum.
Well, yeah,
direct minimum. They will be spending $900. There's absolutely no question.
You think shipping is going to be that much?
It's not going to be $10.
$10 would be great.
And are they really going to be able to hide all the tariff costs, import tax, and shipping?
I don't know.
That's going to look really suspicious on customs.
It might. Yeah, and people are going to open those John Wicks. They're going to be like, "Oh, what the fuck is this thing?"
Yeah, let me put it this way. There's a reason retailers have to list it at a certain price.
Right.
It's so they don't look cheaper.
Right.
They'll find out on the back end it all adds up.
Right. I thought they were doing that to incentivize direct sales.
But we see it on Prime 1 too, right?
Right.
Prime 1 looks cheaper than everybody, but then all of a sudden shipping's $1,200 for that Predator statue.
Yeah.
It's a shit ton of money.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, 100%. And look, even Darth Vader, even Hot Toys, this is Darth Vader and Jar Jar. Look.
That's the Darth Vader special edition.
Yeah.
And even that's an expensive figure. And so is Jar Jar.
Yeah. Jar Jar's like what, $285? He's pretty typical price for Hot Toys these days. I mean, that's like, but Darth Vader, yes, I'm with you on that one. Darth Vader, yes, yeah.
Darth Vader's very expensive.
Well, that's Josh. I think both of those. I think both of those show, like, again, collecting is expensive, man. Like,
it doesn't have to be though, and I think that's where people get confused on what the hobby of collecting is. Collecting is about things you love. In the price range that you can afford it. No one should be overextending or maxing their credit cards to collect.
Yeah.
That's more of like, okay, maybe we should think about something else here. And there are plenty of collectibles that'll scratch that itch. I mean, I can safely tell you right now, to this day, I still have my $30 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon little figure that I have, because now I don't need to spend $3,000 on a fucking PSA 10 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon card. Because I got a $30 figure that I'm like, all right, I got something. I'm good. You do not have to have the best of the best to be a collector.
Yeah, it's valid. I totally get that. I like buying the best I can afford, but
you can. But that's not, sure as fuck isn't 95%.
Yeah, that's true. But, I'll make sacrifices to get things sometimes, but I mean, hey, everyone has their own perspective on it. I think that's valid, but I think $700 for a figure is pushing it. No doubt about that. I agree there. So, but we got one more topic and then we're going to wrap it. Then we'll be done. It'll be the weekend. Guys, the best Hot Toys 2.0 figure. We're going to talk about this one real quick. We'll go through this one real quick just to make sure we finish on time. So I want to just bring up some examples here of some of the best Hot Toys 2.0 figures, most of them being recent releases or announcements. Not all of them have actually been released to the public yet. Winter Soldier being one of them. Batman Armory not out yet. The Predator, Jungle Predator is not out there yet. And then the Mark 42 and then the Iron Spider not. But some of the others, yes, have actually been released. And I think again with the maintaining of quality the Hot Toys has consistently provided over the last year, I think a lot of these are going to come out very strong. So I got to ask you, Josh, I'll start with you on this one. Is there one on this list here, one that you can think of from a 2.0 Hot Toys standpoint that you think is just a little bit better than the rest? What are your thoughts on that?
One is kind of hard.
Pick a couple then if you need to.
I mean, dude, you know me. I love Jack Sparrow.
Dude, that's such a
I mean, dude, Jack. And even though I don't own it because I'm getting the statue, Predator. Predator was a fantastic.
People hated on that Predator. I don't know why, but they did.
Hate it?
Well, they like inaccuracies. They pointed out a lot of inaccuracies.
Bro, fuck off.
Yeah. That Predator looks sick, I think, but
I mean, people, you know what? People are allowed to feel that way. That's the reality. But yeah, I think the Predator is absolutely fantastic as a 2.0. Even if you're not a collector, any of the figures on this list, even if you don't collect them, you have to respect and appreciate what's been done here. Like, dude, the T800 too, amazing. absolutely amazing.
Right.
I mean, yeah. So, but for me as a, oh man, but I like Maul and Joker too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna personally go with Sparrow.
Sparrow's great, dude.
Actually, are we comparing it because the one with the shark base was already absolutely fantastic?
Oh, the DX15.
So if we're
yeah.
comparing them to their true 1.0s, I would go with Jack Sparrow. If we're comparing it to its entire line, I would say that it was just a minor improvement.
Right. And we're forgetting, Josh, I forgot to put him on there, Bane.
Bane's, dude. Bane was a glow up.
Bane's pretty incredible. Yeah.
Bane's
like
a glow up for sure.
Yeah, Bane is a huge difference from the original. So,
Yeah.
and like I absolutely love this Bane figure. That's why InArt was even like, well, Hot Toys already did Bane and we're not sure we could do it better. So
I
we'll
wanted to
just do it.
keep one.
What'd you say?
I wanted to keep one, but I couldn't.
Dude, you should have. Like,
Don't have anywhere to put it.
This thing's incredible. It really is. It's
know.
one of the best Hot Toys ever made. I agree with the chat on this one. Dean, what do you think? Is there one that jumps out to you besides Bane? I can't believe I forgot Bane off this list, but I was just going through the recent announcements and releases. And Bane, I think, was last year.
Spider-Man. Like,
dude, Spider-Man Advanced Suit.
Millionth Iron Man.
Yeah, but that Iron Man's pretty good. I'm not getting it, but it's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Dean, you're muted. Sorry, you're muted.
My pick is the Mark 42, and it's not even close.
See, there you go, Josh.
Dude,
Nerd.
if you look at this release, the deluxe with all the battle damage pieces versus the original release of this figure, it's not even close. I wouldn't even call it a 2.0. It's a whole new thing.
Yeah.
The Mark 42 is insanely good. Like, they took the quarter scale figure, improved it, and made it smaller. Like, it's this figure is crazy good.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you, Dean.
A 2.0.
Or I guess chat too, really all of you. Why do you feel, and this is as someone that's not much of a figure collector, why do you feel people don't buy the quarter scale figures?
Oh,
because in my head, I look at them and I've seen all of them in person, and I think they are literally the best. Like, if I was a statue collector and into those genres, I would buy those over statues, and they're cheaper.
Yeah.
So why do people not like the quarter scale figures? I just found it interesting.
Too big.
For me, I like figures over statues because you can pose them and stuff. But they don't make enough quarter scale figures.
Right.
Like, if I want a Star Wars, I got 2 different versions of Boba Fett,
right,
Mando, and Darth Vader. That's
right.
It. So
I
I can't get the Luke, I can't get Han, R2, and C3PO, the whole line.
Isn't that interesting how that works? Like, it's such a perfect middle ground for a statue collector that loves like different scenes, and nobody will buy them. And I do mean that. I like, it's
but the size as well.
It's the size.
Awkward scale, but it's so sick when you like, if they make a Mark 1 quarter scale, I feel like that could have done very well. Because everyone wants a Mark 1 statue, and their options are Queen or Sideshow.
Yeah.
I could tell you. So I think there's a couple of reasons, Josh. So first one being the price; it's more expensive. And so that, again, where people are budgeting and saving every dollar they can, then that's a huge problem. Dean pointed out perfectly, not a lot of options for building a line or building a whole 1/4 display. You're putting a 1/4 like by itself somewhere probably, because there's really nothing else for it to go with, and space. Most collectors have module cases or D-tops. A lot of people use D-tops, billies, things like that, where a quarter scale is not going to fit as easily. And it's just a lot of consideration for something that's probably a one-off in your collection. Too expensive, too big, and doesn't have a lot to go with it. That's
such a shame.
Yeah, but they look incredible. Darth Vader quarter scale is great.
I've come so close to buying it like 4 times.
The Return of the Jedi one.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Like, they look incredible. They have such a presence, and people don't bite. It's such an interesting, like, but not even statue collectors bite, who collect quarter scale lines.
Yeah,
It's
Josh.
such an interesting thing.
I'm at that scale. I have mostly quarter scale statues. I like statues in that scale personally. I think they just look better, but that's just me. But then I love Hot Toys for 1/6. I think they're perfect for that scale. But I think for 1/4, it's kind of janky, like articulating it, and it just feels too big. It's
Right.
that's why I like quarter scale statues. But yeah, I don't know. So I wouldn't be surprised if Hot Toys kind of almost gets rid of quarter scale at some point, like where they just
I
don't do them
hope not.
anymore. But
They don't sell, but I think
no,
it's such a
they do like a
cool-
couple a year, maybe. Yeah, not a lot. But anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap it there. Thank you so much for joining. It was a fun one. I think we got to do a lot of deep diving into news and bigger picture topics that affect collecting, which was fantastic. But Josh, thank you so much for joining, bro. Comic Concepts. Is there anything like any sales coming up or anything you want to discuss?
So we're probably going to have a Black Friday sale, but it just depends right now. I know we have a lot of Prime 1, Infinity, and Sume coming in. Like the pre-orders are coming in. And we've had lots of cancellations from like Hot Toys, statues. So like we've been restocking a lot of like old sold out pieces, which is nice. And then I'm also lazy and I forget to look in the warehouse, and all of a sudden there's like gold in there. So
yeah.
So there's all kinds of things we'll look for. But yeah, I mean, Comic Concepts is, we're here, we're cruising. If you ever need anything, we'll always take care of you, and hope to see some of you guys. I know some of you won't buy, and that's totally okay too. I appreciate you guys supporting Will.
Yeah. Dude, we appreciate you supporting and being a good friend and being here.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, dude. So love Josh always. And Dean the Dream, dude, my amazing co-host, the sex appeal every single week. Dude, Dean. He is, dude. Dean, what's going on in Collecting Weekly, dude?
I don't know.
I made a fake like comment.
Yeah, Josh just did it on the spot, dude. Come on now.
Yeah, we have
going on. What do you want?
Yeah, we have. Well, Tuesday's our main show. We talk about the figure news for the week. Wednesday is After Dark. We talk about our lives, our trials, our tribulations. This week was pretty dark and heavy, so
yeah,
it's bad. Thursday should be small talk. We'll talk smaller scale figures, figure arts, Mafex, Marvel Legends, Black Series, stuff like that. I don't think there's a show tonight. But yeah, so just trying to push out as much content for you guys as possible. So
nice. Well, guys, check out Collecting Weekly. Check out Comic Concepts. I just posted a video about why grown men collect Hot Toys, which I think was pretty fun. People seem to like it. So check that out if you haven't already. It's on this channel here. Give it a like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Will.Foxification on Instagram and Will Foxification on TikTok. I'm updating those more regularly now, so check them out. And tons of news and updates on both of those. Collecting Weekly, as we talked about, Josh, Comic Concepts. Thank you so much to both of them. Check them out. And thank you guys for being here in the chat. As always, you guys have been amazing as always. And hopefully we have some more news to work with here in the future. But yeah, hit me up in the comment section of these videos. And of course, on Instagram, I try to answer as many messages as I can. I get to pretty much all of them. Right now, I'm a little bit behind, but I'm going to catch up, I promise. So guys, thank you for joining. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Thank you so much, as always, for being here. And we will see you in the next one. Peace out. See you later. Bye. Thank you for watching another episode of Lights, Camera, Collect. Thank you for watching another episode of Lights, Camera, Collect. Please make sure to click the like button and subscribe to this channel. And of course, check out my amazing co-host channel, Dean the Dream, Collecting Weekly, linked in the description below. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.